Back in 2021, a small group appeared on the music scene, led by and named after Jay Joseph. The band consisted of three members: lead singer and frontman Jay Joseph, drummer Jack Peterman, and bass player Jared Doherty. The group received a massive boost in popularity and fame when they opened for the band 21 Pilots for a number of nights on that band's takeover tour. Following this, the group Jay Joseph released an EP and an album. Towards the end of 2021, the bass player, Jared, announced that he would be leaving to form a new group by the name of Jady, along with the drummer Ashton Bergdorf. In 2022, Jady released their debut album, The Haze, launching listeners into a conceptual, lore-filled universe. In the following year, 2023, the band released their sophomore album, entitled Napalm, which expanded upon the story and characters which had been previously introduced. In this video, I will explore and unpack the story that we have so far, in an attempt to understand the deeper meaning behind it all, and to explain some of the imagery which has accompanied these albums. I'll do my best to explain this in a way that it will still make sense, even if you have not been following this artist's work. But I will say, these albums are worth listening to, and they'll provide you with the context for this video better than I'll be able to. When looking at these albums and the lore which accompanies them, it's important to first establish what we know, by which I mean what has been explicitly revealed about these albums through the videos, as opposed to those things which we can only theorize about. In the first music video from Jady, for the song Rose-Colored Lenses, we are introduced to these glasses, which distort and affect your reality when you're wearing them. But it also seems like once you have begun wearing them, it is something of a struggle to take them off and discard them. But what exactly are these rose-colored glasses, and where did they come from? As the story continues and more is revealed, we are introduced to the character of Ted Silver. It turns out that Ted Silver and his parents were in a major car accident when he was a child. He survived, but his parents did not. Forever changed by this tragic event, he became reclusive and began to dabble in inventions. It was he who first fabricated the rose-colored lenses. He also created this odd painting, which he called the Inverted Forest. And it seems, although this is less certain, that he founded an entertainment company of sorts called Silver Screen Broadcasting. This at least is referenced a number of times throughout the videos and the lore, and that seems the most likely explanation. But then one day, Ted Silver suddenly and mysteriously disappeared. Some claim he still haunts the house in which he grew up, but that is not certain. So that is what we can claim to know. But I think, when we take this a step further, and begin to theorize about where this leads us, the story becomes even more interesting. From what I can tell, Ted Silver has created this world known as the Haze, in order to cope with the tragic events from his childhood. It does not seem to be the case that the Haze is supposed to be a real world or an alternate universe or anything of that sort. It instead appears to be a psychological state, perhaps even a state of psychosis. And you're able to access this mental state, the Haze, through the glasses which Ted Silver created. Putting on these glasses and viewing the world through the rose-colored lenses inverts reality somehow. And it is thus that the painting Inverted Forest was born. The inversion these glasses creates takes tragedy and turns it into joy. Essentially, it is a way to escape the reality and the dark and sad things of this world, which sounds great at first. Who wouldn't want to experience only joy and not remember the tragic moments in life? However, this inverted reality is not itself real. And while it takes those moments of tragedy and turns them into joy, it must also take joy and invert it into tragedy. This inversion makes a lie appear to be the truth, and makes a lie out of the actual truth. It is in this world which the members of Jady find themselves, tricked into wearing the rose-colored glasses, having been presented with them as a solution to the darkness in which they found themselves. Now that they have realized the dangers which these glasses possess, they're searching for a way out of the haze. But as we continue to look at the story, we see something rather strange start to happen. Not only does wearing these glasses cause you to live in an inverted and false reality, it also begins to invert your life, turning you into a ghost, a shadow of life. And this is where we get the character of the Ghost Man. This character, which appears in numerous music videos, interestingly only those videos in which the characters are not wearing the glasses, is notable for having prominent orange glowing eyes. Perhaps this is due to the fact that the rose-colored glasses have become the only reality for this person. Either way, it is clear at this point that the story is not over, and there is more to come, and more lore to be explored. But what we have already certainly presents an interesting world to be unpacked. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and be sure to comment your own thoughts on this below. It is not unlikely that I will do a follow-up video to this one sometime in the near future. So, if you would like to see that, make sure to subscribe.